Hello and welcome to the show. I'm Shivi Ramoutar.
I'm Martin Kemp.
And we're here to ease you into your weekend with the help of some brilliant guests, some top tips to transform your week ahead, and a fabulous Saturday supper recipe, of course.
Yeah, welcome to Garraway's Good Stuff.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Kate's taking some time off, so I'm stepping in and I've got my mate Martin here. I didn't get my mate. And he's here to help me kickstart the weekend with all of the good stuff that Kate brings to you on a Saturday morning.
Oh, I tell you what, it's good to be back here. You look absolutely wonderful as always.
Put on a little bit of,
I saw that, a little bit bigger. Yeah, and today we've got some fabulous guests for you. We've got a record-breaking rower who's used to blowing the competition out of the water. She's a three-time world champion, twice European champion, and not to mention a double Olympic winner.
Oh my gosh. Is that written into your contract, Martin? I mean, we've just started the show, come on.
I don't know where it comes from. It just follows me around everywhere I go. It's Helen Glover.
Yes! And a comedian, presenter and actor who's appeared in films alongside the likes of Samuel L. Jackson and Will Ferrell, and she's set to star in a major new Netflix series. It's Donna Preston. And plus, I'll be making a delicious dish that will have you firing up your hobs at home to give it a go. My peach and tomato panzanella salad with garlic roast chicken.
Oh, now that is why I'm back.
Remember, you're cooking. Hold on a minute. Hold on. You're actually going to be in there with me.
Oh, yeah. All right.
So, panzanella is a Tuscan-style salad, and it's perfect for using up leftover stale bread that's in your kitchen. And this one also uses peaches, which are bang in season, so it's a no-brainer.
Right. Now, listen, I just want to get us all going here, put us in a happy frame of mind, right? Now, I did ask you to bring two pictures in that, when you look at, puts you in a joyous mood. You know, we all have those pictures, don't we? Just bring us on, right?
Yeah.
Bring the world on. So, Donna, let's have a look at yours first, just to put us in a happy frame.
Okay. Look at him!
Oh.
It's Mr. Biggs!
Mr. Big!
Oh, he gives me so much joy.
How old is he?
He's 6.
Cute.
Yeah, he's a Gemini, like me.
Oh, Geminis are good. I love Gemini.
Yeah.
You got the one, or have you got more?
Oh, no, just the one. He's too much.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Diva.
I'm not going to have any more.
I can see the similarity. Actually.
Yeah?
There's a little bit of a family link.
He does look a little bit like me.
Yeah.
Pets and owners, right? Pets and owners.
Yeah. Honestly, he brings me so much joy. Every time I see him, I just smile.
But that's what they do. Pets do that. They bring you joy. You know?
Yeah.
I just got a new puppy.
Oh!
I can't tell you how much I love it.
Yeah.
You know?
And what about you, Helen?
So my picture is of the wedding day.
Oh.
And
Oh, wow.
The thing that this reminds me of is the party that we had. It's like the one moment you have in your life where you've got all your friends and family there, and yeah, it was just an awesome day. It's down in Cornwall, really near where I grew up. That photo. Yeah.
Did you climb to the top of that rock?
Yeah, we scaled the outside. No, we went up the east. There's like a slope that you can't see around the back. It's easy to get to. But yeah, and it's not as precarious as it looks, I don't think.
To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if you two scaled the cliff there, because you're married to Steve Backshall, right? Who's explorer, extraordinaire, adventurer, nature presenter. So I'm surprised.
Yeah, it was always going to be a pretty outdoorsy wedding, but there was like sun and rain, and it threw everything at us. But luckily, our friends are pretty like that as well, so everyone's fine.
And it doesn't matter with a wedding, though, does it? Because you're having fun. It's the best time of your life.
Yeah.
And you two, you and Steve actually met at a sports relief event.
We did, yeah.
Bonded over your love for outdoors and sports.
Yeah, I think our first date was kayaking and then climbing, so it's definitely been a theme to our relationship. Yeah.
And did he not propose to you in the Namib Desert as well?
Yeah. So we have 10 days off after the World Championships every year, and we went to Namibia, and that's where he proposed. Yeah, he set up the camera as a timer. He said he was taking it of the sunset, and then got.
You must have clocked on then,
I had
right?
literally no idea. I was like, what are you doing?
That is so romantic.
That is so
that what he's
romantic.
like?
He's really romantic, and I'm like the stone cold, unromantic one. Yeah.
Oh, no. Yeah. Listen, you've also written a book together. It's called Wildlings, How to Raise Your Family in the Nature. Tell us about that.
Well, so we've got 3 young kids now, and it was really through lockdown that I kind of started to think, okay, I'm just getting stuck for ideas. What do I do now? And I was like writing a list on my phone of what ideas of things to do the next day, because getting that brain fog, that fatigue that you get as a parent sometimes. And then we just kind of thought, do you know what? If we can give something back to other parents, I turned to books about baking and about arts and crafts and things that I'm no good at. And I thought, well, something we can do, something we know, is getting outdoors. And people are so into the outdoors now and so understanding the benefits it has, especially for kids. And I just wanted to like get something that empowers everybody. No matter where you live, what you do, who you are, everybody can take their kid into the outdoors and do something with them. And this book is just that book of ideas. And Steve kind of wrote it with the child in mind, like he's done lots of kids' TV shows, and he was writing it with all his expertise as an outdoor adventurer. And I think I took more of the approach of the parent and kind of writing it for the parent to be that guidebook. So I think between us, it's hopefully a balance that there's something for everyone.
Yeah, because it's about getting the parent and the children to bond on something, isn't it? And if you can get them to bond over the outdoors, you've got it sussed. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think so. And then I think that it's everything in parenthood, I think, is easier said than done. And like,
of course it is.
Even as people who love the outdoors, I'm like, oh, getting out the door, like, where do I find their wellies and what do I pack? And I think it's just that emphasis on like having a little bit of information, being armed and prepared and informed. It just gives you that little confidence, especially if you've maybe not done some of these activities before. It should just give you that confidence boost that then you pass on to the children and they feel confident in the outdoors.
Do you know what I found the most difficult thing with bringing up Harley and Roman, my kids, was that every time I thought I had a plan, I thought I knew how I was going to do it, but when I reached that point, it just changed. Yeah. And you have to learn to bend with it as well, don't you?
Yeah, and that's one of the sections in the book. It's just saying, like, you can just be careful not to have this perfect, almost Instagram perfect vision of what you're going to achieve that day. If you get there and you're going to build a den, but the kids climb trees, that's an amazing adventure and experience. It's just not what you planned.
I think this is going to be great for me as well, because I would not know where to start in the outdoors. But actually, Helen, what I find interesting as well is you've actually roped in some really famous faces, people like Sir Chris Hoy, Bear Grylls, Tim Peake, and had some really great tips from them as well. Can you give us any of their...
Oh, I mean, that's been my favourite part of the book, actually, was getting some of our really good friends who are just amazing in their industries to help us, because we thought, actually, I could write this section about fossils, but why don't we get a world expert to do it? Someone who really knows how to do it. And so it's just boosted the book, but it's also given an insight. We don't live in a city, and we've got Bonita Norris, who's the first British woman to climb Everest, lives in a city and has a child, and wrote about her experience in cities. And actually, I feel like you can kind of draw on other people's experiences rather than trying to put yourself in their shoes. And the same with, you know, neurodiversity. We've got Garraway Greenwood has written a bit about neurodiversity, and I think that everyone should be, able to use the outdoors and represented in the book as well.
What about when you were a kid? Were you
I was the muddy kid, yeah. I was outdoors all the time. I grew up in Cornwall and was kind of, just part, I was part of a family of 5 kids, and the outdoors is free, and so our parents were looking for, stuff to do and stuff to keep us tired and busy and not too expensive, and so we'd go out and we'd just be in the fields and playing and on the beach. So it's a big part of childhood.
Oh, gorgeous. And Donna, what about you? Are you outdoorsy at all?
Outdoorsy now or when I was little?
Both.
Both. I think I'm more outdoorsy now, especially from the pandemic. It got everyone out, didn't
definitely.
it?
But how outdoorsy? Are we talking mudslinging and...
Oh, I'd love to slide in a bit of mud. Yeah, I'm happy to do so. I love, I'm very green-fingered when I get down and dirty to it. But yeah, I've got a big forest, pretty much on my doorstep. So I love to go to that quite a lot, every couple of days a week. There's the pond, and it keeps me zen, keeps me grounded, I think.
Amazing.
It does, doesn't it?
It really does,
Being amongst the trees, forests. I absolutely love it. Listen, I take my dog out for a walk every day. My favourite thing is going into the woods, because you can just feel the vibration.
Yeah, the fresh air.
Got to buy that book.
Helen, last year you made a return to rowing. You became the first mother to represent Great Britain in the sport. What sparked the comeback?
It was never planned, it really wasn't. So I raced in London and then Rio. And after the Rio Olympics, I was just done, started a family. I didn't get into a boat for 4 years. And then in 2020, I just had the twins. And then when the pandemic hit and we were in lockdown, I got back on the rowing machine a little bit. And I think as an athlete, you're always really annoying, because every time you do something, you're like, yeah, I've still got it, I can still do it. And so in lockdown, I just started to think, I wonder if I could just take a year, make it back onto the team. And I think the thing that kind of finalised it was thinking, do you know what, this time around I could do it with my kids by my side. And then I suddenly kind of got this amazing influx of parents sending me such supportive messages. And I just thought, I'm doing it a different way this time, but I'd love to see if I could kind of set a really great example, not just for my kids, but for especially for girls, for females, that there's no kind of barrier to it.
But it's also nice to show your kids who you are and where you've come from and what you're about and what you love, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think maybe one day they'll care, but right now, the medals they don't care about, that, you know, it's quite nice. It all goes over their heads. But I think one day they might look back and realise that
Mummy was very cool.
that they look back and see it as something quite cool.
Are they really young?
Yeah, so they're 4 and the twins are 2.5.
Oh,
so
okay.
they're still kind of learning.
Are they good on water?
They're great. Yeah, water's like their happy place. They kind of just chill out.
Oh,
if everything's like, if they're kicking off or if
what
they're
a
all a bit
picture.
full on. Yeah, so that's Steve. He went for a swim, and so we went out in the canoe and cheered him on. But yeah, they're really good. And sometimes
I can see Steve now. He's got the full
Yeah.
kit on.
Yeah.
Full kind of James Bond scuba diving kit.
So you're telling me when your boys get wild, you take them onto the boat and they calm down?
Yeah, and sometimes we like have nap time on a paddleboard. They'll just lie on the paddle. But I mean, on land, they're manic and they're running around and they won't sleep. And so I'm like,
All right.
get in the canoe.
So now
time for sleep.
I know what I need to do because I've got 2 crazy children, 2 crazy boys. I need to buy a boat, right?
Just calms them down.
Buy a boat, okay.
By the look at
push
that,
it out.
you've just put them on the boat and you've set it free.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I should have done.
Steve's just towing them along.
So, Helen, what a pleasure to chat with you. And Wildlings, How to Raise Your Family in Nature is out now from wherever you get your books.
Yeah, now don't go anywhere because we are going to be popping into the kitchen to make a panzanella salad with garlic roast chicken. It is beautiful. My mouth is watering already. See you soon.
Welcome back to Garraway's Good Stuff. We're in the gorgeous kitchen, ready to rustle up some delicious food for our guests, Helen Glover and Donna Preston.
Yeah, Shivi, listen, I apologise in advance, but you've got me as sous chef today.
Don't, Martin, I've got flashbacks from last year. Please don't. By the way, Martin,
Oh.
That's what?
you're wonderful. I've got faith in you. So today we're making a peach...
I don't know why I'm here. Honestly. I don't know why I
You're
can't.
going to be good. We're making a peach and tomato panzanella salad with roast garlic chicken. It's going to be gorgeous. And panzanella is a Tuscan-style salad that uses stale leftover bread, which is brilliant because I don't like wasting in my kitchen. But the whole idea is it's going to absorb a little bit of the moisture, but it's not going to, like, meh on us, OK?
Right, sounds good.
And then we've got gorgeous, bright-coloured tomatoes that are in season and also peaches that are also in season. So it's an extra special peach panzanella salad.
Nice.
Yep.
Sounds good.
So to start us off, Martin, can you tear that into bite-sized pieces, that
course.
ciabatta?
OK.
That's a day old, and then pop it into the oven, no oil needed, just for about 10 minutes at 180 degrees. Bite-sized though, Martin. Who's now bite-sized?
That's my bite size, babe.
There you go. Exactly. I like a nice big chunk.
All right, well, I'm going to watch you eat that then.
All right.
And then I'm going to just do some quick chicken legs. Now, the panzanella salad is stunning by itself, but you know I like to be a bit extra. So I've gone with some chicken legs here that I'm going to roast with garlic and oregano, and it is going to be sensational. I love eating like this. I hear, Helen, you are the chef in the house at home?
No, absolutely not. I thought, oh no, not questioning me about cooking. Yeah, no. So Steve, if we're doing something basic, I'll do the cooking, but Steve's a much better cook than I am. Yeah.
Donna, what about you? You cooker?
Do you know what? I think I used to be quite a good chef back in the day, but something's gone wrong now, and I just can't be bothered.
Well,
So what do you do?
I don't know. I don't really know what... Actually, I know what I do. I've got an amazing neighbour. She's called Millie. She's fantastic, and she cooks me food.
No, you know.
that's lucky.
I know, and I feel really bad, and that sounds like really diva-ish, but she absolutely loves it. She's like, any time when I'm working as well, if I'm in late, she'll be like, I've put your dinner in the oven.
Millie.
Honestly, she's like one
Do you
of
know
my
what,
guardian
Donna?
angels.
I'm a feeder. You can come to me anytime. I love to feed.
Yes, I'm coming tonight, babe. I'll be there.
I'm just going to pop this chicken into the oven. It's just chicken legs. I've put some oregano on it for 40 minutes at 180 degrees. But can we go back to Helen? I've heard there's something that happened with an aubergine.
Oh, I thought I got away with this.
Well,
No, so we had friends round, and I thought, right, I will cook, because Steve normally cooks if it's like a special meal, and so I thought, I'll cook. And then we were all sat round chatting, and suddenly I remembered, and I ran to the kitchen, and the aubergine was on fire. I actually set the
you burnt the aubergine.
alight. Yeah, brought it out of the oven.
Like a
totally alight.
torch?
It was under a grill. And then, obviously, I'm trying to put it out, thinking, at least if they haven't seen, I can salvage this situation. And they come in, there's like 5 or 6 people poking their heads around the door as I'm trying to, like, put out their dinner, put out the flames.
I mean, that is award-winning. You should have an award for that. I've never heard of an aubergine being set alight.
I tell you what, me and you get on really well.
You've had some fun luck with barbecues and fires, haven't you, Martin?
Yeah. I set my pizza on fire on barbecue.
Oh, so it's easily done, isn't it? It can happen to anyone.
Fire engine.
How are the tomatoes going, Martin?
Oh,
just having a nice chat?
Yeah.
Nice chat with the ladies?
Right.
And just the large ones in eighths or quarters and the small ones in halves. And actually, with this one, there's not much cooking, is there? You shove things in an oven. This is my kind of cooking.
Yes,
Oven is the hard work,
well.
and then everything is fresh. It's just a lovely way to eat. And look at this, we've got yellows. Tomatoes, beautiful reds, which are full of lycopene, and that's an antioxidant that helps you reduce your bad cholesterol levels. It's good for lowering blood pressure. It's also good for male fertility. Peaches are wonderful. They're full of beta-carotenes, which is great for getting the glow.
Great.
Listen, we all need that.
I've got jarred peppers. I haven't even bothered roasting peppers because actually convenient items like jarred peppers are often cheaper, particularly because we're doing 6, it's the whole jar, than buying each individual pepper and roasting it yourself.
Have you tried these out of the jar?
No, never tried them.
They are superb. Honestly, I wouldn't say that otherwise. They are superb.
I think a lot of the time people get put off being in the kitchen because they expect they have to do everything by hand. But actually, there is no need to be snobbish about ingredients. Buy things that make it easier for you because it's just anything to get you in the kitchen cooking, right? Don't be a snob.
Yeah, jar of peppers with a little bit of Tabasco in. Mind-blowing.
I'm going to try it.
So, Helen, what about when you're in training, right? I heard that you have to have 2 breakfasts.
Yeah, and 2 lunches and 2 dinners most of the time. Yeah, it's
That is right up my street.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like the dream, doesn't it? Yeah. And it's one thing I miss actually now when I'm not in full-time training is like the amount you could eat. It's like 4,000 to 6,000 calories a day. It was a lot.
I apologise, Helen, because you're not even going to get a first breakfast here because Martin still hasn't done the blooming tomatoes.
Right, OK, I'm doing it. I'm in.
OK, so the peppers are going in there, tomatoes. I'm also going to add some capers, lots of gorgeous flavour. This is Tuscany in a studio. How perfect is that? And then a quick dressing. That's going to be made of red wine vinegar, extra virgin olive oil, and then torn basil leaves. And Martin's bread that he toasted 10 minutes later becomes like this, which I'm going to chuck right in now so it absorbs some of those juices. But again, nobody wants soggy salad. So that is why we're using stale bread and also dehydrating it a little bit more as well. This is the kind of food I think is gorgeous to bung on a table, get involved, leave it for the next day.
Yeah. Helen, your dad, he had an ice cream shop, didn't he?
Yeah.
How was that? Did you just eat as many ice creams as you want?
You wouldn't believe how much ice cream we ate as a kid. Yeah, like when your dad is the local ice cream man, you're one of the most popular kids around. Yeah, you've always had ice cream at our house, and yeah, it's been in our family for years and generations. So
you still got it?
So it's still going. Gel Bits ice cream down in Cornwall. Just one little shop in a small fishing village called Newlyn, and it's
Oh my goodness, that sounds like absolute bliss. My kids would go mad. Martin, you can give this a little toss now. Your hands are clean. Salts as well. Basil going in there. It's only one flavour though, isn't it?
One flavour. Recipe's never changed.
Wow.
Yeah.
One flavour?
Just vanilla. Well, there was. I think one year they tried raspberry and there was uproar in the local village. It's like you don't change anything.
I love it. In the quiet village of Cornwall. How dare they put raspberry on the
Front page
menu.
news.
That's gorgeous. How's the seasoning going, Martin?
Yep.
Yeah, shall I help you a bit? So it actually takes quite a lot of salt because the peaches and the tomato release quite a bit of water. And
Yeah,
in the
but
meantime...
they're like brother and sister, aren't they? Tomatoes and salt.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Goes together so well.
Beautiful. And actually, salt brings out the gorgeous flavour of tomatoes, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So I've just taken that gorgeous chicken out, 40 minutes, cook through, and you know, if it's barbecue season, which it clearly is right now, you can finish that on the barbecue.
Do it on the barbecue.
Yeah, so that you get that lovely crispy skin, or under the grill, or just whack up the oven to give it that crispy skin.
And then I can burn it on that.
You've done a great job. Don't scare Helen and Donna, please.
No, listen, it sounds great. Tell me about the chicken. What have you got on the chicken then?
So it's oregano, garlic, olive oil. Are you doing something? Why can't I have that salad back?
You can. Oh, it's like being at home. So different.
So this salad's looking gorgeous. The final part's olive oil, and it needs a lot because we've got that bread there, and we've also got about 30 mils of red wine vinegar. And that is going to taste... Oh, it's going to taste incredible. And, you know, this is a salad that you don't have to put peaches in if you don't want to. Just use tomatoes, use spring onions. You can put celery in. It's just great to throw what you have lying around your kitchen in that needs using up. Parma ham is great in here. Mozzarella is great in here.
Oh, you know what? It is a little bit like bruschetta, isn't it?
It is,
like the Italian bruschetta.
Now, that is absolutely stunning. OK, so I reckon we're ready to serve up.
Great, let's do it.
So this is eating the colours of a rainbow. Look at that, beautiful, bright colours that we should all be eating.
Oh, wow. Shiv, this is absolutely excellent. I'll tell you, that smells delicious. Do you want to come over and join us?
Yes, please.
Now, I am a feeder. You don't have to eat it all. There is a lot on the plate.
I'd like
we'll
to
manage
eat
it.
all, please.
But absolutely thrilled if you do eat it all. Martin, I expect you to eat all of yours.
Yeah, I would. Helen, you've got double.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, it looks so good.
Knives and forks.
Thank you.
It looks really summery, doesn't it?
That's great.
It is the epitome of summer.
Yeah.
And it's that lovely sharing kind of feel. You just want to get stuck in.
Thank you, Bye.
That's so good.
Banging.
Is that good?
That was so good.
Would you believe a portion of this, and this, by the way, this massive bowl will feed 4 to 6 people. So for 4 people, it's £2.85 all in your plate.
Wow.
And that is a lot of fresh ingredients and the chicken, and I think that's an absolute bargain.
That's amazing.
Under £3 for
What
lunch.
a bargain.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
Wow.
And if at home you want to make my peach and tomato panzanella salad with garlic roast chicken, then head over to Instagram at Garraway's Good Stuff for all the details.
Right, I'm going to finish this off, but don't go anywhere. We've got plenty more good stuff for you.
Plus, Donna will be talking all about her role as a character called Despair, in a major new Netflix series.
Yeah, and if there's a role for enthusiastic, I'm available, by the way. See you in a bit.
Welcome back to Garraway's Good Stuff. I'm Shivi Ramoutar.
And I'm Martin Kemp.
And we're here with Donna Preston and Helen Glover.
Hey.
Now, on this show, we love to discover those things that bring us an extra helping of joy or perhaps a small serving of serenity into our normal lives. And it's time to find out what my guests' ones are in the Saturday Share.
Yeah, Helen, you first. What have you brought in to share this morning?
OK, so I bought something that's actually taken from the book that we've written, Wildlings. And so this is a fishing net, because one of the chapters that we wrote was about rock pooling. And it's something that I remember so much from my childhood. And Steve did, like, pond dipping and things in his. And it's something we've started doing with our kids now. And in the middle of our living room, we have a Thames tank, which is a little fish tank. And we live by the River Thames. And every time, like every day, we'll go kind of pond dipping and fishing for things. It's amazing what you can find. And it's just, honestly, it's the simplest thing that's given us, as a family, I'd say, the most happiness. And we did it over lockdown and things like that. And I think it's something we'll do every year. Because it's like the happiest you see them is when they, like, watch a tadpole grow into a little froglet or something like that, and they see these changes, and it's just so cute. And it's not only amazing in the now, but it kind of reminds both Steve and I of our childhoods.
And what's the most bizarre thing you found?
So Steve's found things like little stickleback fish and things that you never really see close up, and it's fascinating to kind of to watch all these things, and caddisfly larvae that emerge from the I mean it doesn't sound the nicest, but yeah, it's amazing to see.
And Donna, what about you?
Well, I didn't bring anything today, but I'm going to give you something in words. And it's basically just to breathe through things, taking a moment in life. And I always think, like, because I always used to dive in deep very, very quickly. And I think I've learned over time is just to kind of take a breath, step back, and just chill out, because it's going to be okay, isn't it? It's going to be absolutely fine.
Really nice.
Nothing bad is going to happen. You just have to take a breath.
And you forget that, to be honest.
do.
Day to day, it's like, oh my gosh, end of the world.
Yeah.
Something small.
See, it's the big thing that I always taught my kids, right, was about taking a breath, was like breathe in the good times.
Yeah.
When something great happens, make sure you breathe it all in. Just don't pass it by so quickly. Because when you're young, you just want to get to the next bit, don't you?
Yeah.
You know? But breathe it all in.
Yeah.
Then.
That's it, because I think we live, you know, everything's so fast all the time. We're always on the move. And actually we don't, and especially nowadays, like with the whole social media and stuff like that, we're always on our phones. We don't look up and actually take anything in anymore. And it's really quite sad. And I think we just have to take that breath and just look into the sky.
Do you know, you're absolutely right, because some of the best bits of London are on the buildings, the tops, because you don't take the time to stand there and look up.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. Listen, guys, thank you so much for sharing those. I've loved those today. Really different and nice.
Now, Donna,
Yes.
you are hosting something that is right up our street here at Garraway's Good Stuff. Retreat Yourself.
Yes.
So you're whisking some celebs off
Yes.
to a wellness clinic, but it's not what you expect, right? It's slightly different.
It's different. So we had such a great time filming it. It was really, really good. We've got great people in it. And I play kind of like a guru. There is a twist, so it's not like, your stereotypical wellness retreat.
Yeah.
We do lots of activities in there, like smashing up rooms, Twister with lots of food on it.
I used to do that in Spandau.
Oh, did it?
Twister with food on it.
I got in trouble smashing up hotel rooms there.
Oh, now it's all the rage. And actually, Donna, we've got a little clip. Should we have a little look?
Yeah, OK.
Wellness is peaceful, tranquil, soul nourishing. Or at least that's what they think.
As you're probably aware, this isn't your mama's wellness retreat.
Smashing up that room was the highlight of my week.
We're here to find different techniques to help us through those struggles of everyday life.
Whatever life throws at you, just do what gets you through. But treat yourself.
Thanks, guys.
There.
Yeah, it's like just releasing your inner child, you know, having fun with it. It's, like I say, it's not your stereotypical kind of meditation stuff, but everyone had so much fun on that shoot. And I think it's just not taking life too seriously, you know.
I want to smash up something now.
Yeah, I really wanted to do it. I was like, can I smash up a room? They were like, no, sorry.
And can you tell me what on earth is going on in this next picture?
So this is James Kayla, the most amazing director, and this is me in a carp outfit with obviously lots of water there. So you'll have to watch the show because there's a story behind it. But yeah, I'm just in a carp outfit, and I think it was 30 degrees that day.
Oh my goodness.
So I think that's why my face is like that.
Look very happy.
And that's why James's face is like that.
I can see you don't look very happy there. But the show is part of a campaign, isn't it?
Yeah, it's in partnership with Calm.
Yeah.
And I think they wanted... So they had a series last year, and obviously this is series 2. But it's kind of to get out there for a younger audience as well, suffering with mental health.
Yeah.
So I think it's really good that they're doing this again, because there's so many people suffering with mental health, and we need to openly talk about it, and just, like I say, be kinder to each other, especially because of that social media.
You know what's good about the show is it gives people ideas. You know, you don't have to go there and smash everything up in your house.
Yeah.
But it gives people ideas for how they can get round it if their mental health isn't in a good state at that moment.
Yeah.
So just the more ideas we can give people, the better.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And as you said, it's not just the yoga and the meditation. There's a lot of different activities, unusual activities you can do.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like say for example, the smashing up the rooms and stuff. There are actually companies that do that. So if you want to do that, you can do that. In this show, we do like duck herding and stuff like that. I mean, if you've got a duck, fine, you can train yourself, but you don't have to do that. It's small things like. So for me, like, because, you know, I've suffered with mental health before, but music is such a great sort of benefit for me.
Yeah. You know what is the best thing I find? It's just singing. Singing out loud.
Go on, babe. Give us a tune. Come on. can't.
He's going to charge you for this, by the way.
No, I tell you, it gets your adrenaline going. You open your lungs. You feel great. You really do.
Yeah.
Me and Shirley at home in the kitchen, always walking around naked, singing.
Quite
Would love to be a
I'm just
fly on the
telling
wall.
you.
That's amazing.
I'm telling you, that's how it is.
Yeah, but essentially that's coming back to your breathing, isn't it? It's opening your lungs and letting it all out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Donna, it's not only Retreat Yourself, you have managed to rope yourself back into an absolute bonkers series on ITV2, Apocalypse Wow.
Yeah.
So if viewers haven't seen the first series, tell us what it's all about.
Okay, well, it is a bonkers series. I absolutely love it. I play a character called the Mistress. I basically can do and say what I want to the celebrities. It is a game show and the money is raised for charities. So you've got, obviously, your celebrities, you've got your superhuman bosses, which I kind of own. So, yeah, it's kind of like a twist between Gladiator, The Chase, kind of Mad Max. It's on ITV2 every Fridays, 10 p.m, and there's amazing Ariel. But, yeah, I can't talk much about it because this is a daytime show, isn't it?
Okay.
This is not a daytime show.
Sounds right up my street.
But you are so incredibly busy at the moment. From superhumans to superheroes, you are on the new Netflix series, The Sandman.
Yeah.
I mean, how did that come about?
Well, I just got self-tape. And that was it, basically. I just had some interviews and got the role of the part of Despair, one of the siblings. And, yeah, I mean, do you know what? It's funny because this is the only comic that I actually knew of. So the set was just incredible. I'm so excited. There's 10 episodes in this first series. I think it's out 5th of August. So it's going to be...
It looks epic.
Yeah, it's going to be a big one. Because this was written 25 years ago. It's Neil Gaiman, and, you know, everyone's been waiting for it, and now it's here. There's a phenomenal cast as well, and I'm so lucky and fortunate to be in it. So
I can't wait for that.
Oh, it's going to be amazing. And
Yeah.
how about fans' reactions to the comic? I mean...
Yeah, well, it's quite funny because in the comic, my character is naked. So there's a lot of things going... There's a little picture that came out in the press about a couple of weeks ago. And, of course, I'm not naked. And there's a lot of people going, why isn't she naked? This isn't authentic. But I'm definitely not going to be naked. So that's... Yeah.
You could come to my house and practice with me.
Now, there is an invitation you don't want to turn down.
I do that. Put our keys in the bowl as well, babe.
But it's not just epic dramas and retreats. You also were nominated last year for 2, let me get this right because it's a mouthful, 2 National Comedy Awards. Not only did you get nominated for an Outstanding Comedy Entertainment Performance, but also Comedy Breakthrough Award.
Yeah.
That's epic. Congratulations.
Oh, that gives me tingles then. So, thank you.
How brilliant. Do you
Yeah.
prefer comedy or serious stuff? I mean, is there a...
I prefer... I don't have a preference, to be honest. They're both very different. Like, and... Yeah, I just love any acting work, anything. And I always kind of try and say yes to anything, just because, you know, life's a journey.
Of course it
so,
is.
yeah, you just kind of have to grab things and see how you go, you know?
But as a comedy performer, right, I did hear that you are absolutely brilliant at accents.
Accents, okay.
Yeah. So I want to try something.
Okay.
I'm going to put some time on the clock.
Oh, Lord. Oh, you got me... I've got a sweat on now.
Yeah, I am going to run some regional accents, British accents past you.
Yeah.
And see how many you can do in that time allowed. Is that all right? You up for that?
Glug your water.
Okay, what am I saying? What am I...
You can say what you want.
Say what I want?
Yeah, as long as you keep it clean.
That's dangerous. Okay. Okay.
First up, Liverpudlian.
So basically, I was walking down there and I was like, what are you doing? That's not right there.
Cockney.
Cockney. So, Cockney. Oh, you want a little cup of water? Yeah.
Scottish.
Scottish, like, I'm going to actually go to the bank because I need to actually withdraw my money. Do you know what I mean? Geordie, like, no, what are you talking about? That's really... Welsh. I like Welsh because I like the little Welsh accent because it's kind of cutesy, innit?
Somerset.
Somerset, is it Somerset like that? Oh my God, you're so... I don't really actually know.
Apple, yeah.
It's Somerset.
Good. What about Northern Irish? That's a
Northern
hardest
Irish.
one.
I like Northern Irish because I actually, to get into my head, head, I always see money now. Give me that money now.
Oh, man, this is absolutely brilliant.
Oh, my God.
Absolutely, so good.
I was just thinking of what to say and not swear, like, because I've got a bit of a potty mouth.
Oh, so good. Donna, absolutely brilliant
Thanks,
talking to you.
Thank
really
you.
is. And all the episodes of Retreat Yourself are now available on the ITV Hub, so go there straight away. Time for a short break, but don't go anywhere, because we have got some must-see TV and film recommendations just for you.
And we'll be finding out which of us has the perfect pirouette with a ballet-inspired workout. I hope you ladies... Oh, and you, Martin, of course, have limbered up. See you soon.
See you soon.
Yes.
Welcome back to Garraway's Good Stuff. Now, it is time to have a sneak peek at some of the great stuff that we can all watch on TV and in the cinema this week ahead. First up, a sequel to an old classic, The Railway Children, is back. Now, the original film was released over 50 years ago. And of course, it is based on that famous novel. Jenny Agutter, she's going to be reprising her role as Bobby and will be joined by Sheridan Smith, who plays Bobby's daughter. Now, the news story is set in World War II and follows a new generation of children who were evacuated to a Yorkshire village where they are taken in by Bobby and her family. It is a perfect dose of nostalgia. Let's take a look at this clip.
I was brought here from London when I was a little girl. I'm Bobby.
I'm Lily. Patty. Ted.
So I know what you must be feeling.
Look at all the stars you can see. It's scary.
It's not scary. It's the countryside.
Someone's in there.
I'm not on a secret mission.
It's now or never.
Nobody knows I'm doing this.
Stop! Go, go, go!
I can feel myself welling up now.
Yeah, it's
I always cry at that film.
Family feel good.
It always makes me cry. And The Railway Children Return was released in cinemas yesterday, so go out and see it.
Very wholesome. Something completely different now. Next up, a new 3-episode drama begins on ITV tomorrow night. It's called Murder in Provence, and it's a mystery series set in... You guessed
Provence.
it? Yeah. It's based on the novels of Canadian author M.L. Longworth, and it tells the story of a chief magistrate and psychology professor who also happen to be a couple, and they solve a series of mysterious murders. It stars Roger Allam, who you might recognise from another excellent ITV crime series, Endeavour, alongside Nancy Carroll. And here's a little teaser.
Judge, how's your weekend going so far?
You're about to spoil it, aren't you? Give me the scoop.
I tell them you're a bit like a detective.
And hugely more important.
Obviously.
One blow, that's all it took.
How long is this going to take?
That's up to you.
She's like that.
She hasn't got any shoes on.
Santé.
Love and death bang right up against each other.
Antoine!
Thank God for the love.
That looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Up your street, ladies?
Yes.
Yeah, I'd watch
I love a murder mystery. Love it.
And you can catch the first episode of that tomorrow night on ITV at 8 p.m. Right, now, we've reached the part of the show where it's time for us all to try something new.
Oh, no, this is the worst. Yeah.
Shall we see what we're doing this week?
Today we are blending some fancy footwork and some aerobic exercise with a little bit of Spandau Ballet-based bar workout.
Now, that's not entirely true, is it, Martin?
Well, it would have been true, right? Back in the day, a bar workout would have meant leaning your elbow on a bar, drinking a pint. That's what it would have meant.
OK, but fine, there's no Spandau anything right now, OK?
Right.
It's actually just a ballet-based workout. And here to tell us more is Vicky Anstey from the Bar Collective. Hello, Vicky.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Vicky, first up, what exactly is a bar workout?
So it is based on ballet, but it's like a strength-building method, incorporating lots of core stability, lots of flexibility, mobility, and some really targeted strength work.
Yeah, I mean, it's good for your joints, isn't it? And your tendons and stuff.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I mean, it really does promote strength. It's quite deceptively difficult, but I call it the glue that holds my body together. So it really works on your tendon health and your ligament health. Also really safe through pregnancy as well. just with a few modifications. So.
And it's not just stretching, there is a bit of cardio element to it as well, isn't there?
Yeah, it's not high impact, which is another reason why it's great for pregnancy, but you'll find yourself getting out of breath because some of the positions are quite challenging and some of the movements are really precise. So yeah, don't be deceived.
Should we give it a go?
Yes, let's go for it.
Brilliant, okay. Well, so we've got our makeshift bars here. Obviously, not many people at home will have bars, so we've got chairs, which is great. Yep. I've bought a really simple piece of equipment, the resistance band, just a light resistance band. I tied yours in a knot already, but I'm just going to show everyone at home how to do that. Sounds simpler than it actually is. So just take your two ends and loop that. So you want to create a little loop in the end of that band that's big enough to pop your foot into. So we're going to do that now. And obviously, we'd usually do a warm-up before we get into the workout itself, but we're just going to go and dive in straight away and have a taster. OK, so from your first position where your feet are turned out, your glutes are fired up already, we step forward with that other foot. Bring the band up behind you, so it kind of mirrors the position of your spine. And then we're simply going to lift that rear heel off the floor. So try and bring it as high as you possibly can. Nice and upright with the body, we're going to plie down. So we're in a kind of modified ballet fourth position. And we're just working into our triceps overhead. And then working into our thighs and glutes a little bit with the lower body. And we're working in what we call opposition. So challenging the energy lines through the body, lowering down as we're extending up overhead.
Helen, you've done all this before, haven't you?
No, I haven't. I've heard lots about this, but I've always been keen to try it.
Most people's bar workout involves gin.
All right, so then we're just going to hold the bottom position there, and this is where it gets pretty tough. We're just going to take tiny little pulses there, little end range movements. Doing great, guys. I'm really impressed. And then we're going to hold that bottom position, and just to test our balance, I don't know if you can see that, we're lifting the front heel and then rising up, straight legs, and relax it back down.
Wow.
All right, so just to get our heart rates up and get ourselves warm.
Yeah, you can feel it.
Yeah, it's deceptive, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're going to now stand side on to our chairs or our bars. So if you face me, Martin, you'll want your band on the other foot.
These little muscles that you never know even existed.
Exactly, that's right. All right, so if we attach our band to the side of the chair, the back of the chair, again, we're starting in that first position, so really nice and tall. And the other great thing about bar is it promotes good posture, which is so important. So we're going to slide that leg with the band on just out in front, little tendu, and then a ronde to the side. So in ballet, this is called a ronde de jambe. You keep your hips square, and you should just really feel that quite deep into the glute. Do you feel that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can feel it in my butt.
Yeah, that's
the
right.
ronde de jambe.
Building up that peach is working.
Oh, yeah.
But we're also just challenging our stability elsewhere in the body. So if we allow everything to move, then it's really easy. If we hold that stable
feeling it all
position, that's right. Really and then just take a little lift. So just make sure your standing leg is soft at the knee, so we're not loading up our joints too much. And then just take that tiny, tiny little lift off the ground. So we're working against the angle of the hip joint to create extra resistance.
I can feel it on my standing.
Yeah, you will as well, because it's weight bearing. That's quite normal, yeah.
I think you need a tutu, Martin.
And then can we just hold, foot really pointed out, that's it, as straight and long as you can get, and then just take a tiny little circle around.
You and Helen have something in common, don't you? With the rowing.
Kind of. Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, so last summer I got a world record for rowing across the Pacific Ocean.
Ah, amazing.
That's so cool.
Bit mad, you probably think
I mean,
crazy.
ocean rowers are like a different breed. They're proper
totally
hardcore.
Different. Good, relax there, well done.
That's amazing.
It is amazing.
Yeah, so bar is kind of an entry into pretty much anything, and that was like my foundation, really. And then I did SAS Who Dares Wins a few years ago, then I did the ocean row last summer.
Wow, there's a bit of competition going on here. I see that.
I don't know, we'll do a boat together next time. There we go. We'll row together.
Yeah.
Well, I'm off for it.
Breaking a sweat, though.
I'm really feeling it.
Not breaking a sweat there.
We're just going to face into our bar. Now, ideally, you'd have a chair that's a little bit higher, so you haven't got to lean too far forward, but that's fine. We'll start from first, and then just slide back with that leg with the band on. Soften the knee on your standing leg as much as you can, and then just try and get a slightly bigger lift up behind, but without any change in the position of your spine. So keep your pelvis completely still and stable. Do you feel that?
Yeah.
and try and extend the leg as far back.
It's just nice to have the body, isn't it?
There's nobody feeling a bit of pain in their bottom?
Yeah.
And then let's take again, to challenge our balance, let's take a rise up and then bend the knee right down. That's it, Shiv, you're an absolute
I'm glad
pro.
Olympian medalist over there. It's pinged off, or we're doing okay then.
And then we're going to take those tiny little circles round again. So keeping it as small and precise as you possibly can. And then a little bend stretch. This is the last bit we're going to do. So really hold that position. That's it. Keep the knee soft on the standing leg. Keep that bent and heel really, really high. And we always just do 8 more reps than you really want to do.
It's like the smallest movement has the biggest impact.
That's right. And relax it down. And then, of course, we'd have to do it on the other side.
But we don't have to. We don't have to. Thank you so much. That was a brilliant, brilliant little taster there. If you'd like to take part in a class yourself, head online to the Bar Collective website. And sadly, that's your lot for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you want to watch it all over again or you've missed any of the show, you can catch up on the ITV Hub.
And thanks to our guests, we've got Donna Preston.
Thank you.
And Helen Glover, of course.
Yeah. And make sure you tune in tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. for Vic Hope's Breakfast Show. Oh my gosh. And don't forget to come back next Saturday for more Garraway's good stuff. Have a great weekend and bye for now.
See ya.